on, BD Wolfgang 1980 here, aka Basil, the man to see the place to be in the QCNC. Well, happy Wednesday evening to you all. Hope you're doing well. As usual, I most certainly am. It is May 20th, 2015. Welcome into your review for WWE NXT Takeover Unstoppable. Awesome show. Full of surprises, full of fun, full of epic intros, full of good matches. Let's get right down to it. Video package hyping up NXT, featuring some legends, some current superstars in the fans, then highlighting the card. From the get-go, we have some models coming out on the runway, taking selfies of themselves. Tyler Breeze comes out. His nice intro here. Definitely didn't see this one coming. I was wondering who this was or what was happening here, but it was Tyler Breeze intro. Comes out, new ring attire. They had a runway style set up on the ramp. From there, they cut away to the commentators talking about Hideo Itami was jumped in the parking lot, so therefore he wouldn't be competing in tonight's match. And as he was laid out in the parking lot, Kevin Owens walks by and shakes his head and says, from there, Finn Balor comes in as the Demon. We get some holy bleep chants. Balor versus Breeze, #1 contender in this match. Here we go. Let's go Finn chants. Let's go Breeze. They tie up, Breeze in control till a standing drop kick and chops from Balor. Drop kick to the outside, Breeze taking control again, 2 pin attempts, then a side headlock wearing down Finn. Irish whip, then a sunset flip, but Finn counters with a seated drop kick. Then another knocking Breeze outside, then a double stomp off the apron outside as well. We get kicked to the midsection for a 2 count. Sling blade, but Breeze hits the supermodel kick right after. Then, let's see here, then removes the turnbuckle cover. He misses the beauty shot, and Finn hits the buckle in the back, and then he eats the beauty shot for a 2 count, though. Action goes back outside as Balor hits a bulldog off the top of the stage. Please don't die chants before he jumped off, which was pretty cool from the fans. Your finish was the coup de grace. Your 1, 2, 3, #1 contender and winner, Finn Balor. All right, good way to start off the show. Good action. Kevin Owens watching the monitor backstage, scoping out the competition. Also, we see as a special guest in the crowd is the Mountain from Game of Thrones, sitting next to Stephanie McMahon. All righty. From there, it's Divas time. Dana Brooke and Emma versus Charlotte and Bayley. Fun match here with Bayley and Charlotte using tags in the corner. They stayed in control till the tumble off of the top rope gets Emma in control. We get the Emma sandwich, which I couldn't. Byron Saxton said she calls it something else now, and I didn't hear what they said the new name was. So whatever the name is of the Emma sandwich, comment down below. Help me out here. Too much showboating though, because it ends up letting Bayley get the hot tag to Charlotte. Comes in, cleans house. We get a double DDT after a flip, avoiding a double close. It's the figure 8, as she calls it, her version of the figure 4 on Emma. Dana runs in, gets the belly to Bayley. Natural selection on Emma, 1, 2, 3. Charlotte and Bayley are your winners. Nice fun match there, quick and to the point. The women look good. Everyone was rocking some new ring attire, or at least Emma and Dana Brooke were. I think Bayley was too. I've never seen her with that particular attire. But here we go. I was looking forward to this one here. Well, actually, hold on. There was a recap of the Zayn versus Cena on Raw, the encounter from when they were in Montreal. From there, it's time for the brawl that we've been waiting for. Rhino versus Baron Corbin. Gore chants right from the get-go. Crowd was pretty hard on Corbin, which I've been noticing. That's kind of what they've been doing on him lately. Back when I first started watching NXT, as far as every single week, this man was, I mean, you couldn't even hear, over the ovations and cheers. The Roman Reigns backlash kind of going on. But let's continue here. Gore chance to tie up, big time shoulder block from Rhino and clothesline to the outside. We get some brawling. Corbin fights back. Corbin sucks chance. We get Irish whips into the corner, knocking down Rhino for a 2 count. Knees to the midsection and a right hand for a 2 count. Both men are down after running into each other. Back and forth punches. The crowd cheering when Rhino punches. They boo when starts to signal for out of nowhere on a semi-fresh or fresh-ish Rhino. But no avail. 1, 2, 3. Baron Corbin is your winner. This one didn't quite deliver as much as I hoped it would. Definitely was looking for more of a brawl. Not sure who to blame. I don't know. Maybe this Corbin isn't as cracked up as good as people think he is. I personally haven't been. I wasn't impressed with him when he had his feud with Bull Dempsey, but once again, they were. I was told that Bull had a good streak going, and then Corbin just mopped the floor with him during the feud. So I kind of took him more seriously. He was still new to me at that time, but since then he's just been kind of slowly going downhill. But he won tonight's match against a veteran in Rhino, so Baron Corbin is your winner. From there, we get a recap of the Owens and Cena encounter from Raw, which was this past Monday. Owens, he's backstage, he cuts a promo. From there, it's tag team title match time. Enzo Amore, Colin Cassidy with Carmella in tow versus the champions, Blake and Murphy. Blake and Murphy had some new music, by the way. Some decent action here. This one really did set the world on fire. This was almost like, if you're familiar with these two teams, which they've had numerous encounters through the past month or so, it was almost the same blueprint. But let's go on down here. Enzo starts things off with the speed till Cass comes in, slows things down with the power. Tag is made, crossbody out the top rope from Enzo, but he gets clotheslined on the then worked over for quite a while by both Blake and Murphy. We get Pretty Boy chants, side headlock, then an abdominal stretch to Enzo, who was in a bad way at this point. Double team power bomb into a code breaker for a 2 count. Superplex attempt countered into a DDT from Enzo. He makes the hot tag to Big Cass. Big boots for all. We get the Empire elbow from Cass. He gets up. He's ready to launch Enzo. And at that moment, Alexa Bliss comes out. She attacks Carmella. Cass runs to the rescue. He eats a super kick. From there, Enzo is coming back to his wits. He's up on the top rope, getting ready to jump off. Alexa Bliss trips him up. He falls down face first off the top. I'm not sure if it was Blake or Murphy. I'm still learning these two guys, so bear with me on that. But they pin them. They get the 1, 2, 3. They retain the tag titles. Like I said, nothing really crazy here. I actually enjoyed the first 2 matches much more than this match. Okay, let's continue here. We get a video package of the Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks friendship and feud. Becky Lynch comes out, new ring attire, new hair dye. She looked literally like the Fifth Element, but she was working it. She looked good. Now, don't get me wrong here. She was working it. John, comment down below. How did Becky look to you tonight? I know you pulled for her here, but we had a good one here. This one, put your seatbelts on. That's some good action. Becky Lynch versus the champion Sasha Banks, title on the line. Good ring work here. Back and forth tie-ups, quick pin attempts. Becky goes for the arm early, but Sasha escapes. Reverses a kick and ends up throwing Becky face first onto the apron. Very nasty bump. She gets a 2 count afterwards. Sasha she starts mocking Becky, wasting time. But she gets in there, rear chin lock from Banks, a backstabber. Quit Becky quit chants from the crowd. Double knees to the arm instead of the midsection. Sasha Banks staying on that arm that she was working over this pretty much this match. She ends up getting a 2 count after that. She continues to work the arm. A little while later, Becky reverses with a slam, a hammerlock slam. She then mounts a comeback, drop kick off the top rope. More back and forth action. After those suplexes, which the crowd was on point tonight. Definitely check this one out. The crowd was on fire. We got Suplex City chants from the crowd. Becky ends up locking in the armbar, but Sasha ends up getting to the ropes. She hits the stroke, if you're familiar with Jeff Jarrett, the stroke off the top rope, then the Banks statement. Tap out victory for Sasha Banks, still champion. At the end, and this is very interesting, Sasha gets out of the ring. Becky's in there, getting herself together. We get a standing ovation for Becky Lynch. The crowd starts singing. Man, I tell you what, she was really selling some good emotion in there. She looked like she just lost a legitimate competition. Let me tell you, it's nice to see that people still care about the performances. But the crowd ate it up, even in the loss. The crowd was I was proud of her. So was the crowd. Good action. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Sasha. Good match. From there, we get a Zayn Owens video package. It is time. It's time for your main event. The NXT title is on the line. Sami Zayn, the challenger, going against his former best friend. This is personal. Kevin Owens, the champ. Here we go. Bell rings. Owens goes outside, as he always does, playing those mind games. John Cena sucks chants fill the arena. Zayn rushes in. I mean, we see a new aggressive side to Zayn tonight. Rushes in, throwing punches. Owen fights back, but Zayn isn't having it. Sends him outside. Big back body drop on the outside. Lots of punches. Nasty toss onto the steps from Sami. Like I said, being very aggressive. Fighting Owens at his own game. They brawl in the crowd. Now, bear in mind, this was a brawl. This wasn't okay, we fight a little the crowd. Let's see here. Where was it? Brawl into the crowd, but no count out. Blue Thunder Bomb for a 2 count once they finally get back into the ring. Owens begs for mercy. Zayn's not having it. Delivers a nice half-and-half suplex. We get a DDT, but it's countered by Owens. He misses his signature cannonball into the corner, and Zayn tosses him into the corner. This time, Zayn is on fire. He hits Owens. Zayn is on fire until Owens power bombs him onto the apron. Nasty spot here. Now, here's where things get weird. The medics come out. They're checking on Zayn. Owens attacks him. They separate them. They're trying to check on him, see if he can continue. More attacks from Owens. And this went on so long that there's no way any of us could believe that if this were real, this match would be able to continue. But so that part I had a little problem with. They should have kind of separated him. He does an attack, and then they should have just stopped it. But let's continue with what happens here because it got a little unbelievable. There's no way if you're that concerned with him and a man's attacking him, the match would have continued. But let's continue here. Let's see here. He attacks him. The medics try to separate him. Owens attacks him again. This time more separation. Let them fight chance. No mercy as Owens is warned by Regal, who runs into the ring. Owens ignores Regal. Regal grabs Owens, kind of fish hooks him, showing that, hey, you're going to do what I say. But Owens ends up headbutting Regal, knocking him down. He goes outside, gets a chair. We hear music we never heard before. Kind of some maybe a little bit of a island rhythm, some hand drums. That's right, the Samoan submission machine. Samoa Joe comes out, making his WWE debut. He comes out, comes to the ring. There's a stare down between him and the champ Owens. He walks away. Owens ends up teasing that he's going to come back and fight him, but he looks at the belt and says, no, we know how Owens is. Yes, he'll fight you, but it's going to be on his terms. So the show ends with Samoa Joe standing tall, staring down Owens as Owens walks away and says, not tonight. Boy, oh boy, as you can tell, I mean, I couldn't wait to get on here and do this review for you guys and gals. This was fun. If you're not on board with the network, I'm not here to sell it to you. I'm just here to be straight up with it. It's the stuff like this, these type of specials, that make it worthwhile. I will give them credit. May has been probably the best month I've had as a 7 or 8 month subscriber. May has been on point, and it's going to get better. We got another pay-per-view coming in about a week and a half. Stay tuned here. We'll cover it. What did you think? Are you going to watch the show? Have you watched the show? Are you watching it now? Let me tell you, if you haven't watched it, what are you waiting on? This was awesome. Good action here. Good storylines. Like I said, epic intros. This was fun. Check it out. I can go all night on this. Check it out. I give it 2 thumbs up, hands down, easily. If there was a boring match or maybe a letdown, I was a little disappointed by the Rhino Baron Corbin match. What did you think? Maybe I'm being too hard on it. What was your favorite match? Comment down below. Don't be shy. I try to respond to all the comments on the channel. But in my predictions video, let's see here. Let's go down the card. What were we right on? What were we wrong on here? Okay. I did say that Emma and Dana Brooke were going to win, so I was wrong on that. I called Enzo and Big Cass being champions. I was wrong on that. I called for a shock of the night with Rhino being your winner. Obviously, I was wrong on that. I did pick Finn Balor being your #1 contender. I did pick Sasha Banks retaining. And I did pick Sami Zayn as your new champ because I figured that they were done with Owens and with the whole Cena feud that they're trying to build up. I figured they might be calling him up to the main roster. But I was wrong on that. Your champion is still Kevin Owens. But either way, what fun. This is what the network is all about. Comment down below. Stay tuned. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. All you Lucha Underground fans, that review will be up next. It'll probably be up early morning. Right now, it's time to have a little bit of family time here. But either way, y'all have a good night. Be good to yourself. Be true to yourself. See you later. Bezel out.